Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Fireside Cast. I am Eki in the booth with Sayo on
Yo,
color and Resin on production. We are coming here with Aaron versus No Win, No Waves newcomer semifinals to figure out who moves on to face the big boss in actually, I guess because it's not double elim, there are no grand finalists yet. So this will determine which teams actually move on to the grand finals. So that said, no win, no waves, and Aaron. I'm feeling pretty good about tonight. 8th seed and 4th seed. Aaron is 4th seed. No win, no waves is 8th seed. Apparently, they've come through with a massive upset. I'm feeling pretty good about tonight. How are you feeling?
I'm pretty good. It's a battle of David versus Goliath. Although you could say that, I guess, with the 8th seed upsetting the 1st seed, Hale's top guys, the undefeated team heading into the postseason, that was technically your David versus Goliath. So now they got to run the gauntlet and defeat all higher seeded teams, considering that the other side of the bracket is also going to be, I think it is a 3rd versus 2nd seed match on the other side of the playoffs bracket. So I am very interested in seeing the Cinderella run, Eki. It's been a while since we've seen another team being the lowest seed in playoffs, having the potential to make the dream happen, so to say, and make the grand final. And this could be the first time where we see a newcomer team as the lowest seeded team win it all in what is should be the entirety of RGL 6's history.
It's always exciting to have an underdog story. And actually, when they came into the playoffs, they swept the top team. It wasn't just a win, it was a sweep. They 2-0'd them in the series. And Aaron also 2-0'd their opponents, but that was a more even matchup. That was 4th seed versus 5th seed going into that first round of playoffs, earned them their spot in the semifinals. So no win, no waves. Definitely going to have a lot of ground to cover. Should be a little bit more of an even matchup, all things considered, because of Aaron being 4th seed. But they've had plenty of time to buckle down, review, and clearly they've been putting that time to good use if they're able to sweep the top seeded team. I do want to go ahead and tell you guys the maps that we're gonna be playing tonight. So
This was a
first map.
surprise.
Yeah, this honestly surprised me when I saw it. We're playing Granary for map 1.
These guys
Now,
are probably not even born by the time this map phased out of the map pool for North American TF2. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if these guys were born yet.
but so my feeling with Granary here is that it is newcomer, right? Not a lot of teams are gonna have. Well, I guess there are a few coaches that know Granary, but if you're first picking Granary, you have to be super comfortable on this map. With all of the other, pug maps that exist, you got Sunshine, Snakewater, Gully Wash. I mean, you have plenty of maps to choose from here. And Granary is the first one. Now, second map will be Bagel, classic. We
Yep,
always see
typical.
Bagel, it feels like. And then for the decider, we go back to a classic. We go to a pug map. We go to process if a third map is necessary. And looking at the pick bands here, I'm only seeing one map that is really a pug map that was banned. So the other pug maps, and that map was Sunshine, that was banned by Aaron. So all of the other pug maps were up for grabs. They could have played, Snakewater, Snakewater, maybe Gully Wash. They had options for, maps that they maybe are more well versed and more comfortable with. But I guess Granary
We
is
gotta
their
run down rosters. We
decision.
just started. Oh,
Oh
quick, Eki, quick, quick,
no!
quick.
I don't know if we have time because they're already getting to 2, but
Oh,
no win, no
shoot.
waves. Your scouts are going to be 47 Un and Kakadori. Your roamer will be SK. Your pocket will be Diamond AK. Your demo will be Glim Glam. And your med will be Mango. And I guess we can run down the rosters later for the side of Aaron as we get into this first mid. Silent going down early on. Diamond AK going to be able to find the pick. SK finding 2 for the trouble. Finding Mr. Whale and Winter Trap. That will be very, very crucial. Open up the the doorway. Pseudo Zafumi gonna go down. Eld Rhino is gonna find SK, but not after. They go on a 3K tear, and that will net them a great amount of space. That'll get them on 2 already.
Yeah, watch these scouts though.
Yeah, these scouts are tearing it up right now. But I think with this 2v1 on mid here, not a whole lot that Eld Rhino is going to be able to do. Will get taken down by 47 and this should make it pretty easy for no win, no waves to just walk into 2.
Yeah, Diamond and Skay, they did a really good job of taking space early on in the mid. Once you have control of those crates, it's pretty much a death ball. Because you have so much space and you have so much area to spam off and cordon off AA run. Or Aaron! Sorry, I went for Keel and Peel pronunciation. You know, their entryway into the mid, but they use immediately in a second no win, no waves. And they're going to take this all the way to last, but there's a gun here.
They've got to get that gun taken down. Good spam from the high ground. No bodies there to defend the point. Aaron is just kind of bunched up by that sentry. They're not really playing out, and well, that'll just be the first round mopped up. Not even 2 minutes have passed, and we've already seen a round get claimed by No Wind, No Waves. Aaron probably shouldn't have bunched up in their spawn and
the gun
huddled around the gun like that. That's true as well. They really need to
there's a tire on the left side of the last point that actually obstructed the view of the gun, so they couldn't actually block point. So it was really heads-up play by No Wind, No Waves to immediately play the point with their scout.
Deer 20 goes down on the red crate. 47 and is going to be able to find that pick. A lot of good damage coming out. Silent will go down. Kohaku is going to be able to find that pick. There is a soldier caught out between the crates. Winter Trap will fall. Kohaku going to be able to find a 2-kill mid for this. That's 3 down for the side of Aaron, and they will have to back up. They do keep Sito alive for their second hold, so they should actually be able to mount a defense here if their spawners can show in time, and it looks like they will. So going into a second push like this evens, I know this point is kind of difficult to make space with. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a lunchbox pressure here, and we do see Diamond and his flank scout partner trying to work this lunchbox area, but when you have the soldier silent on the forward position, you kind of need to take your buffs and you need to just shove it into his face, a 2v1. But instead, they're going to kill the demo man just off some spam from the point itself and from Z. And when you don't have the demo, you just have to immediately fall back, as you see from Aaron here, because a demo is primarily meant for space denial, and when you don't have those sticks, you know, to slow down the push, it just becomes hard to pressure them off with spam. But Silent is getting a lot of spam here with his soldier partner here on this upper balk area, and they get a pick for it. And the other 2 players that were trying to pressure from No Wind, No Waves, they have to fall off. They're less than half HP. So it's I guess you could consider that 1 scout death the sack. And this last point, Eki, is, you know, Granary got swapped off for Snakewater, and Snakewater was hard to hold, but now imagine trying this on Granary.
Yeah, I mean, trying to... Whoa. There is a use in from SK. They're able to get that force out from the side of Aaron, and that is all. Only 1 scout for the force is kind of insane. For the side of No Wind, No Waves, they're going to be able to just waddle into 2 here. I doubt there's going to be much of a contest from Aaron. There will be a duel between Diamond AK and Winter Trap. They will get taken down. Sniper still peeking through the shutter, so they probably won't take this. Well, maybe they're waddling SK in for that force, Simon.
Paddles to the metal though. This Uber ad has dwindled down to only half now. They're taking their sweet time, but they gotta pedal to the metal.
Yeah, they really need to start getting some space here, because if they don't, they're not going to be able to make anything out of that Uber. Silent down, scout waddling forward. Kohaku is going to be able to get in, make some space for the sniper. 47 und peeking out, trying to find something, and the Uber comes through. Deer 20 will go down. Kohaku is going to be able to find that pick. Big demo bomb sections off Mr. Well. That'll be a pick for Glimglam, and now Eld Rhino goes down. 47 und finds the headshot onto Winter Trap, and that will be the second round secured by No Wind, No Waves in a little bit of a longer fashion, but I mean, the last round was, what, just under 2 minutes? That was only about double the time. So, little bit of a defensive mishap coming out from Aaron here. Hopefully, they'll be able to figure out what's going on and iron those mistakes out on the fly.
When you get force like that on mid, you on second, you already have to cut your losses and get a gun up on last. But it didn't seem like Aaron were playing for their Uber. They were playing to catch up, but half the team didn't get the memo, and unfortunately they paid the price for it.
Yeah, and now going into it, it will actually be Aaron. Oh my goodness, never mind. SK on a 2K right there. Deer 20 and Cito going down. El Rhino and Winter Trap fall as well. 4 down with, or 4 down on the side of No Wind, No Waves. 5 down on the side of Aaron here. Could become detrimental if Mr. Whale is able to land some good stickies, but we'll take the arrow from Mango. And that'll be a kill secured by Glim Glam. So a little bit sloppier than normal, but a mid-win nonetheless for No Wind, No Waves.
But I like what Skay and Diamond AK are doing here. Skay, she's going for that early bomb into the enemy battlements, or she's actually just bombing on a catwalk and, you know, just keeping herself alive, keeping that presence and pressure onto Aaron to have to either look forward or look behind. And if they look forward for too long, she just immediately bombs into them and gets the kills. And great coordination with Diamond there on that mid. Instead of going behind, they both double bomb, they commit for the space, and the rest of the team on No Wind, No Waves walks forward. We love to see this coordination here in Newcomer.
47 going to be able to mop up that pick onto Deer, and now Silent will fall. That is traded out as 47 falls, but that remains a player ad for the side of No Wind, No Waves. They could maybe try to work a sack in here. Wait a moment, the stickies, please be careful.
The soldier almost blew it onto himself.
I believe this Diamond AK going in for a sack, spots the sentry, decides to shoot the gun instead of the beam. It's not even built, and they target the sentry. Could have landed in front of that wall and just decided to go for the med pick, but little bit of a target priority mishap there will result in a faulty sack, and they will have to play back. Wait for that spawner to come back up to work something else.
If we get an aerial view of this Aaron last hole, do you see where the gun is? It's on the catwalk here towards Bow. It's not your ideal sentry spot. You would prefer to have it like between the pipes, and that way it denies a soldier bomb. This is a pretty unconventional spot because it actually leaves the gun susceptible to spam from both the windows here on the second floor, or if the soldier here on blue is not able to pressure off the soldier and the scout from the other team on the height, it's easy for this gun to immediately go down. And if No Waves are proactive enough, they can get a sack in on that timing. But unfortunately, they pressure the wrong door into the choke point where the demo just spams them down with the pipe. That's going to be 47 down. And now they're going to try to pressure the other doorway. But look at all this spam you can take. You got to get this gun down first before you can be proactive, and they managed to do that, and now they're just going to take the space slowly and just drop and pressure cook them. I love what I'm seeing here from No Wind, No Waves, but the soldier bomb from Silent!
Big bomb! Massive bomb!
Force!
Oh my goodness, an insane bomb! I believe that was Silent who just went deep to get the force, and that is monumental for Aaron right there. That'll let him hold on just a little bit longer, potentially work themselves up a hold that is much stronger than their previous ones.
It was just so easy to spam off, and whoa, what a shot onto Eldorino though. But yeah, they're still facing Uber deficit, I guess. No, they actually use on the side of No Wind, No Waves.
They're actually, those Ubers have been taken. Oh my goodness, what a shot from 47 onto Mr. Whale. They could lose this on the side of Aaron, and that they will. They have nobody moving toward the point. The engineer is too busy whacking the sentry with his wrench, and instead of putting his body on the point to stop the cap, it'll go 3-0 in favor of No Wind, No Waves.
2 times the gun has been obstructed from... It was just built too close to the spawn door, and you can't really block the point with a gun if you don't have a sight line of the point in the first place. These sentry placements from Aaron have costed them 2 last holds now, and 2 rounds to boot. I'm not... Did No Wind, No Waves pick this map? It seems that there's a clear difference in knowledge of how the map works and the geometry of it.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'll have to look back on who picked that map, but on
Aaron
the other side
it.
of it, like this is just going to be a massive wipe for the side of No Wind, No Waves. And I mean, we completely missed that mid there, but it doesn't look like really anything of substance happened as Aaron just crumbles and falls. And
yeah, this is an Aaron pick.
That'll be
Becky.
Yeah, this isn't looking great for Aaron here. We might actually see Silent die here. They get sent up into the sky, take a good bit of crater damage. Good bomb from Diamond AK, getting some damage, but Nobody's really in to mop up the kills. It feels like No Win, No Waves is getting a little too big for their britches, but I don't think it matters. 3 players alive. Uber comes out from the side of No Win, No Waves. Mr. Whale is sectioned off. Stickies all around. Pipe sticky combo takes him down. Not before they find 47 here. The Uber is out of play. There's only 2 players alive, and it's just Mango somehow, some way. Aaron is able to hold on.
Bit of an overheat, but that spells very well if you're a No Win No Waves fan. That's a sign of confidence. Up 3-0 with only 11 minutes having surpassed in the game timer, and they're going for plays like that where they send both the soldiers in the last, get the medic Cedo, and then they just go in off of pure confidence with the Uber ad. I mean, it doesn't work out, but if I'm facing that kind of confidence, if I'm Aaron, I'm kind of a bit scared to push out in these kind of scenarios.
Yeah, I would not be looking forward to pushing out there. But we move on to a new mid. Aaron got the Uber advantage out of that by finding the late pick onto Mango. Yes, sniper up on 47. Where are they peeking? They are just holding the doorway, waiting for somebody to push in through the choke here, waiting for a more opportune pick to come their way. And this also has a good angle on the garage spot. Shot comes through. Demo gets the force in the doorway. Somehow hasn't taken any damage yet. Levitates up to the crate. What is going on? This Uber gets absolutely nothing, and they lose 2 during it. Silent is down. No scout in this Uber. Diamond AK takes himself out after finding the pick on El Rhino. Mr. Whale goes down. Cedo goes down. And it is basically a team wipe for the side of Aaron as they head. I don't understand what's happening. There's no scout in the Uber. They just simply waddle forward over mid. Nobody's shooting the same thing. Very disjointed, very uncoordinated. And now they're back on their own last, squandering a massive ad opportunity. Good rocket from Winter Trap to find
a bit overzealous for the push, though.
Yeah, without your Uber there, it's a little rough. Honestly, you just build this out and come in with the Uber, I think.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I get that you're confident being up 3-0 this early on in the game, but sometimes you have to, calm yourselves down, because just because you're up 3-0 does not mean that you have a surefire way to victory here. Any small mistake or small mishap, and you give Aaron an inch to take, and they can stretch it and take a mile.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, really, like we said earlier, just build this out and take it in. You're not going to have crazy Uber ad, but it should be enough to take it in. And I mean, they are just going to let it dwindle. Oh, never mind. They will be taking it through the door. Mr. Will be able to find a pick onto Kohaku, but that will be traded out immediately by 47. Now SK finds 2 onto Silent and Winter Trap. 47 finds the pick onto the Sentry. Uber comes out, but it's too little too late as they are trapped in their spawn, and they will have nothing to use to defend that point. It'll be 4-0 for No Wind, No Waves here as we go on to the 5th round, and it hasn't even been 15 minutes here.
I don't really have much to analyze. It's just a clear diff in terms of how No Wind, No Waves approaches the mid versus Aaron. There's some fundamental mistakes that I'm seeing from Aaron that No Wind, No Waves are not making, but also No Wind, No Waves just has the better knowledge of the map entirely. And do you see how they take control of this high ground and focus the spam? Aaron can't even get out without taking more than half their HP down.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like, this is just rough. I mean, they're having some issues with this map here, and with this being Aaron's pick, this is definitely, not only is it a little demoralizing here losing on your map pick, but it's gonna be hard to recover from this. You have to go into Bagel after this. It's a momentum shift, completely different way of playing. I mean, it's a little hard, and things aren't looking up right now. But new map, new you can definitely make things happen. But even Ubers here on Granary last. It should be simple for Aaron to hold. They do get the pick onto 47. Sticky's going up on the doorway. Biggest thing that No Wind, No Waves can do here, wait for 47, maybe pull up a sniper, but I would like to see them at least try to run a conventional sack, soldier bomb or something before they swap to the off class.
Well, let's see where Aaron puts his gun. It's costing them 2 rounds, like I said before. If they move it to the top of the point again,
they're putting it on the catwalk again.
And they haven't been able to lock down these doors on left and right. They have what I would say close to your standard hold here, but this isn't a good hold with the gun if they can't hold these shuttered doorways on the right and left. If they lose anybody early, like Silent here on 11 HP, once those doorways and the floodgates open up and the gun goes down, no waves has been pretty good about getting a soldier in early. 47's gonna die, but no worries. He's probably gonna go up on sniper as per usual. But I just don't see how Aaron are gonna hold this if the gun goes down and they lose a soldier early.
Yeah, I mean, with the gun being up here, it really doesn't, watch the point very well. It's a preventative sentry, but as soon as they get through or they, blow it up, it's free game for your last. You're conceding a lot of defensive power for trying to stuff the doorways and prevent them from getting in. And I don't even think it watches the right. Actually, no, it does watch the right door.
Well, it's more meant to deny a soldier bomb.
Yeah, it's more like a sack denial. And you're dependent on your spam classes holding the doors, but it just doesn't really function as well. Whoa, the force comes out from the side of No Wind, No Waves. The counter pop comes from Aaron. They have 2 down on the side of No Wind, No Waves, but they have good cap time. If they can play the height and play around this, they get the heavy, they will find the round. And that map is over. 17 minutes on Granary. It's a sweep for No Wind, No Waves on Aaron's map pick. It's just total chaos on this last for Aaron, and I don't really know. I mean, I'm not a Granary aficionado, I'm not well versed in the strategies of Granary, but I do know some fundamentals, and a lot of them were being violated by Aaron on those last holds. Their sentry wasn't watching point, and I mean, that's okay if you have a sentry that's, used for denying bombs. Granary is kind of awkward with some of its sentry angles, but I mean, I feel like you keep losing, your last because your sentry isn't watching the point and it's spammed down really easy. You'd think you'd move it, to the spawn door to watch the objective, but
it was part of that, but more so, if you're gonna hold last as a projectile on that map, and your heals are not in the middle where you can easily dish out heals between the players holding on pipe, the one holding towards right shutter and then one holding maybe towards left. It's I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but what I would say is that not only the sentry was an issue, but when you don't have your standard last hold and you don't have the heals available to dish out immediately, like, you have to consider the fact that the soldiers were holding on right, whereas the heals were holding on left, and and the soldiers were taking spam directly from the players on high ground from No Wind, No Wave. So they were getting whittled down by spam, and that kind of showed in the exchange where players were not kiting the exchange correctly. I mean, to be fair, they didn't expect No Wind, No Waves to get forced by the sentry because the medic got pushed into the sentry, which led to the force. But players were already weak before the exchange even happened from the side of Aaron. If you watch that VOD back and look at how they fell apart in that last hold, 3 players died before the Uber depleted halfway. So that's more so a result of them not keeping their HP in check while the exchange was going on. When you're holding, you don't have to walk into them and take the spam. It's more so the onus is on the attacking team to take that spam to try to find a way to force your medic. But instead, they're doing the titular opposite of what you should do when you're holding last. So I don't know how you can fix that. It's more so you cut your losses when you're down 0-4 and say, GG, go next. We'll reset on the next map. But considering that was their map pick, I expected a lot more out of Aaron.
Yeah, that's the thing I had expected is if you're first picking Granary, you've got to be confident on that map. Or maybe they're going for you don't know this map, we don't know this map, so it has to be close gambit. I don't really know if, given the, score of everything that's the best idea. But we do have logs if we want to briefly look over them. I mean, it's not really gonna be a super telling thing to look at, but gotta read out the stats. They'll probably watch this VOD back. They wanna see the stats on the screen. So Silent actually doing pretty well in the damage department, getting most of it for the team. 305 DPM, 11, 1, and 13. So almost going even there, going almost over 100 damage over their taken per minute. But with a 2,000 damage gap team-wise, I mean, there's only so much you can do. And with Cito being down almost 5,000 healing compared to Mango, that's just such a gap that it's almost insurmountable after a certain point. But hey, maybe health pack score. Oh my goodness, SK. 31 health pack score and only, I guess it was only 16 minutes, even though the timer had gone down to 13 in the game. But hey. But I mean, there's really nothing that we can really take away from.
Well, there's one thing you could take
logs,
away, I think. I mean, if you can't see it, but 5 mid fights won, 5 rounds. You know, in a 15-minute game, if you don't win the mid fight, especially on Granary, and you don't keep your medic alive in all 5 of those, yeah, you're gonna get shut out just like that. But
that's true.
We're on to a new. We're on a fresh new slate. It's Bagel. If there's a map that you could regain your DM confidence on, it's this map.
Yeah, and I mean, if you were to play any map that would allow you to swing the momentum quickly, you're going to be doing it on a conf map, and I think Bagel is the prime candidate for it. But we are live. We're playing the first round of the map. Cap time going in favor of No Wind, No Waves, and looks like very early on the picks will be going in favor of Aaron right now, but that is quickly made up false as players even out. Spawners are in advantage for Aaron here as they do not have the point. Winter Trap, 20 HP, almost dies. Glim will fall. Stickies to connect, and now the beam is waddling forward into the enemy team. What is going on? Mango is left all on their own and somehow lives. They don't chase the beam down with their Uber, so they find nothing with it. They use their Uber. They don't locate the beam, even though they waddled straight into Aaron's face, walked right into their loving arms, and now the advantage is in favor of No Wind, No Waves. They're going to be able to walk out and just use across the point.
It was only projectiles up for Aaron. Most guys were rolling out, but they preemptively used the Uber because Whale was so forward across point, and now they're not. They were aggressive initially to try to get Mango, but now they're not aggressive, and look at that. They're taking so much spam. They don't even get the force on No Wind, No Waves. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
they're damn.
That's rough, and now that gives No Wind, No Waves the opportunity to set up a very, very strong forward hold. I mean, there's only so much that Aaron can do right now, especially after they've been thrown back into their own spawn. And being down, actually, they're really not down that much time. This is kind of a closer game than the, you know, positioning situation lets on. Good damage coming through. Mr. Well will go down, peeks out of the doorway a little too early, and now the pinch coming in from door and from main. SK will find 2 as El Rhino goes down as well. That forces Aaron back and gives No Wind, No Waves a little bit more time to bleed off of the clock, and soon they'll have a minute worth of time advantage, as I think we are seeing Aaron prep themselves for— whoa, we're
so
using out through lower. This is really awkward, I think, as they try to push out. Counter getting used from No Wind, No Waves as they chase down C and Mr. Well hard. They need to focus down C. Glim will find the pick on a winner, and Mango is going to be the one to kill Cito. Now Scout fighting Mr. Well inside of, I believe that is Red House. They will fall. 3 die in that exchange. They do manage to get the Uber used from the side of No Wind, No Waves, but barely finding any space and any picks. I mean, that's going to be rough for them to try and push out.
Pretty standard hold here from No Wind, No Waves, but what was really telling for that push is that they lit down Seto with double soldier spam down to 12 HP, and that caused the force. And you see how coordinated their spam is together? Like, they're, before Aaron even has a chance to pressure point, they're already losing 2 in each push. And Diamond here could get a pick on the medic, but gets air shot, but still gets launched into Cito.
Oh,
what a kill from Diamond.
This is just great team play from the side of No Wind, No Waves. They're communicating well, and they're playing together. They're shooting the same things, which is something that really, really, really you have to nail you have to nail home for these newcomer teams, because that'll carry them a long way. Glim will fall on concrete here. Scout pushing up through main, trying to get the pick on to Mango, but they will knock them back toward the wall. Won't be able to chase any further. And now, I think for the first time this game, we've got Aaron controlling the point in a little bit of a forward position. No, yeah, no, I don't think they know that they can
traps,
forward
no
hold.
spam, no nothing. It's a
wow.
complete polar
No win, no
opposite
waves
of
is just
win
gonna
hold.
run out through this. They saw that space advantage. They're gonna take it in. Stuff at 47 and Glim go down. Mr. Whale finding 2, but immediately traded out by SK and Kohaku. They're gonna be able to find Deer and Silent, and now this forces Aaron to back away, even though they have the advantage. They will waddle forward. They have to try and contest the point a little bit, but this is not the way to do it. Cito will go down. Diamond AK playing the height very well here, getting a lot of good spam. Rocket straight down onto the soldier and Demo. Now the Demo very weak on top of the point. SK peeking out from the blue house will find the pick, and this should seal the deal for the round. Silent playing to the best of their ability. Eats the double pipe from Glim, but they are able to find 47. I don't think, however, Aaron can reach the point in time. Round 1 goes in favor of no wind, no waves.
Just a matter of the spam and a lack of confidence from Aaron that cost them the round. Also, I do want to point out that in that Cito was at around 96% by the time he died in that last fight. If he had gotten the Uber, Mango was only around 75%. So a bit more conservative with his positioning, and maybe the tides of that round changed quite a bit differently.
There's a shove in the blue house, and it looks like it's going to be a successful one for the side of no wind, no waves, as this is beautiful dodging from Kohaku. And now the follow-up from SK, the double direct onto Winter in the house door.
Whale
finds the pick, and now they're chasing down onto Mr. Whale. She hides the pick. This is brutal. Oh, Cito goes down as Kohaku chases down the beam. Oh, this is not looking good for the side of Aaron at all. And now they'll lose Eldrino as Kohaku finds their second pick of the opening of this round. And wow, this is rough for Aaron. I don't really know how else to describe it.
Yes. First, yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what to say. It's just clear dominance. There's not much to analyze when your team is just getting walked over by the other team in terms of just pure DM.
Yeah, I mean, this is just rough. 4-man attempts doesn't amount to anything. They still have to build out that Uber. They have 40% to make. I mean, this is gonna cost them a lot of time. Maybe they'll run out another 4-man, but it looks like they're just gonna build it out the rest of the way, which I think is the right idea.
Well, here we have Silent jumping out to make space. So this is your standard way to break this.
Oh, they're so caught out.
But now look at Plat.
The team doesn't follow.
Yeah, because
this is now Wintertrap dies by the concrete area. This is rough right now for Aaron. I mean, they just keep hemorrhaging players, and they really
you need your scout
can't
to be aggressive
it.
and spearhead the charge, but there's a lack of confidence or a lack of willingness to guide the beam forward, and now the scouts are going to be aggressive, but maybe it's a bit too late for this to change the tide of this round. But what a wait, 2 sticks drop Mango. Whale just places them across point, and Mango falls back right into the loving arms of those 2 sticks. But look at 47, not even spotted. Gets the medic with 2 shots. Okay.
Oh
yeah.
My
As if things couldn't get any more worse.
Yeah, things could not get more rough for Aaron right here. I mean, that is just tragic. Good attempt to bomb into the doorway by Silent there. Get some good damage, but it's immediately healed up. They do have Eldrino going in. They get the 2-shot onto Mango. It's not really a drop, but they lose any Uber that they had. It might as well be as effective as a drop here. And with that pick, they will be able to flip the point. They actually deny their beam the faster spawn. So Mango has to wait up just a little bit. They will lose some Uber off of that 60 or 50 ad for the side of Aaron here as we await their next plan of action. 46 seconds left until no wind, no waves wins this round. Silent falls, and I think we have our first pause of these newcomer playoffs.
Great play by Aldrino to get the trade onto Mango. Unfortunately, they don't have the point still, but it was more so a salvage play because Cito had died earlier in that push. One thing that's telling here is that I think No Lives has finally gained solitary control or solid control of these houses, because now I'm just noticing a lot of times where Diamond and SK are just killing either Silent or Winter Trap when they try to get aggressive in these houses. Normally the houses are just meant for not only to control the flank, but to get more spam angles on the point. But when you have the control of the point and the other team is just afraid to necessarily walk across that point to pressure and try to get cap time on it, it makes holding the houses a lot more easier, because there's not a lot of avenues that Aaron are trying to pressure aside from the houses, and ultimately No Waves can just focus their attention on the houses. You can have your flank scout rotate between left and right, or blue and red house, to go help your soldiers as they're getting pressured, and essentially they're taking 2v1s, which is what you want to do in Bagel. It's essentially the meta to try to get the more favorable fight in terms of manpower and also positioning in the houses, and that's what they've been playing textbook with. So pretty happy with how No Waves are playing this.
Yeah, and wow, that was perfect timing. As soon as you finish, the pause ends. We go back in. Mr. Whale and Deer will go down. 47 and Gloom Glam going to be finding those picks. Uber comes out from the side of Aaron as they waddle across the point, trying to find something, but they will not find anything, really. They find Glim Glam with it, but I mean, that doesn't really net them much. So they'll just back up on the side of No Wind, No Waves, and they'll buy their time. 27 seconds left on the point, if I do remember correctly. My HUD is frozen. Yep. And I think No Wind, No Waves is close to Uber, or has, as they push out. So, oh, the HUD has corrected itself. Perfect. Beams are pushing forward. Mango has Uber 40 ad. Looking to push over the point. They do have 2 players down on their side, but they trade one out with Silent. Caught. Now they even it out by finding Mr. Will and Winter Trap. They are going to be in player advantage for this post. They are chasing hard. They want to find this pick onto Aldrino and potentially Cito, but there's nothing really going on. There's no action in that chase as they peel back. And now,
what a jungle by his SK.
What in the world? Also, I guess our pronunciation guide is wrong. Apparently it is Skay.
So, I told you I was right.
I knew, but I was like, I saw the pronunciation guide. I was like, surely we would not get trolled by the pronunciation. That's the way to say it. But No Wind, No Waves will walk away with the win there. And I mean, that's pretty cut in stone after a fight like that. That doesn't even need commentated on. I mean, it was pretty obvious. The writing was on the wall right there after that fight had happened. And that is how the cookie crumbles for round 2 as we move into round 3. Looking for some good spam off rip from Aaron here. I think that will help them get over the point, get over this this slump that they are experiencing. But a big shove coming in through red house. Yeah, that is beautiful. Deer goes down. Mr. Will trades that out by finding Kahaku, but oh my goodness, Aldrino goes down. Meds are still alive on both sides, but Cito is very weak, getting chased down. 15 HP, could fall, but is out through lower. Has the cavalry to support them, and the point will flip. Ubers will remain even, but wait a minute, Cito could go down. All it takes is a good bomb from Skay. They don't even need to bomb. Man. They get the spam rocket in behind Cito, and now it's looking real dire for the side of No Wind, or for the side of Aaron here, rather. Ooh, they find Whale. Skay goes down. That's traded out very quickly. Push from Concrete from the side of Aaron. They find Glim Glam here,
and now Uber.
They have to use, they get taken down to 9 HP, and
to commit or not to commit onto Cito, because Cito is alone right now, 47. Oh, if only he knew, but you can't really see behind walls, and you don't know that Cito is alone. But wait, how did the meta get, what? Oh, poor Mango.
Oh, that's tragic.
Poor Mango.
I don't know if, I don't know if
trying to get up on the barrels.
I don't know if it got caught on stream, but Mango walked into main, saw the soldier turning the opposite way. Silent did not see Mango walking up to main. They could have walked back to their spawn to
Bruh.
save themselves, but they walked out of main and jumped up on the barrels and got killed. This is I've seen a lot of things in my time
You know, there's a
looking
few
at open.
blunders. We can cut him some slack.
Yeah, I mean it. You know what? They're putting on a good game right now, so I mean, you know what? They're allowed to have a little bit of fun. They're up 2 rounds. They got some good time ads still as we watch the point flip in the chaos. 3 will fall. I believe that is a 4-man attempt, or at least that's what it looks to
Look,
be.
I don't want to say it too early, but I'm starting to become an Aaron believer here. Finally, they have a chance to be on the forefront of a potential round win, because now they're finally getting comfortable in this forward hold. But is it the right way to do the forward hold? I wouldn't say it is.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is the best way to get your forward hold done, but you know, different teams have different ways that they play to their strengths, and that will be a bust out coming through from the side of No Win, No Waves. They're actually able to find a pick onto Mr. Whale, and as they chase across the point, they will lose Kohaku. And now
Silent?
big bomb coming in from Silent. The follow-up bomb! They find, oh my goodness! They got no damage in the initial bomb, but the follow-up damage was so strong. Skay is deep into blue lobby, finds the pack, and now lives rent-free behind them, bombing forward, trying to get some good damage. They find one! They find Zeno with Diamond AK coming in on the back foot. Oh my goodness.
Mama, there goes that woman.
Oh my goodness me. I mean, this is just brutal for Aaron right now. It looked like they maybe had an opportunity to make something happen, but Skay gets in, and they take it right back from they ripped the hope right out of Aaron's hands, and now they have to try and claw it back. I mean, that was just
when you take an Uber exchange like that, if you bomb behind, you have a potential where if the enemy team is forced to fall back, you essentially have a sandwich play already set preemptively. So I'm liking the heads up from Skay in this game. She's doing a lot of plays that I would not expect from a newcomer soldier, but they're done with the brain of like at least the main soldier minimum.
Oh yeah. I mean, it also helps that Skay's team is very willing and very eager to just run in and follow up on damage or follow up on positioning calls. Uber gets used from Aaron over the point, and they will find Kohaku and Diamond AK as they crater, but that's traded out. Silent trades that out. Witter Trap and El Rhino will go down inside of this counter. Uber from the side of Aaron. Demo caught, body blocked, will go down. Deer able to find a pick, but Deer has to find something. Cito will fall. It's a team wipe for the side of Aaron here. 40 seconds on the clock until it is a 3rd round in the bag for No Wind, No Waves. This is probably one of the closer rounds. We could see Aaron go under a minute on the clock here if they play their cards right, but this is not the way to do it. There are hemorrhaging players once again. Mr. Whale will fall. 47 following up on the damage from Skay onto Silent. That's a pick. 4 players inside of Blue House. Bomb from behind from Skay. They are playing this flank so well. They find Cito, and now they'll probably be able to find Winter as well. That is, I believe this is Deer in behind. Winter falls, so too does Deer. 47 and Kohaku able to find those picks. Now the demo bombing forward. Mr. Well trying to find something. Soldier following in close behind. Silent tries to put their body on the point, but it amounts to nothing. An early GG dropped, but it is only 3-0. There is still another round to be played here as we move on to could potentially be the final round. After this, you can maybe drop your GGs, but don't quit early. You have to believe in miracles.
Yeah, I gotta say it's a soldier diff at this point, because the soldiers on Aaron have a combined 13 kills, and No Win, No Waves have 36 kills, so if there's gonna be a storyline for this game, it's just how good the No Win, No Wave soldiers have been dominating this game.
Yeah, and I mean, Silent going down early here with Gear as well. A lot of good damage coming out. That will be a big chase from Diamond AK onto Cito. They find the pick, and it's traded out by Mr. Whale, but the med is down, and now it is up to Aaron to try and find the pick onto Mango, or at least get the force when the time is right. They're going to have to wait for their spawners, wait for Cito, so they can get everybody buffed and sack them out. But at this point, No Wind, No Waves holds a very, very strong position. They can set up a forward here if they so desire, but I do respect the decision to play further back, but that scout is going to be chasing it. It's a drop! It's a drop! Mr. Whale with the pipe onto Mango. They get two, Mr. Whale and Deer, but the four-man successful. It matters not at this point what No Wind, No Waves does. They're going to have to play for the push from Aaron. Magnificent
But how are they going to push out? Aaron,
yeah, that's the big thing.
On these push outs, they haven't been good at clearing all their corners, because look at this scout here, sneaky in main, 47. Oh no, fired off a preemptive shot, thought they got spotted, and now they know that there's a soldier or a scout behind, but can they deny the soldier? No!
Oh my god!
I didn't see it. We didn't see it.
Big bomb
enough.
from Diamond AK.
I'm sorry.
They get the drop. That's basically a drop, 96%. It does look like Glimglam will fall traded out by Kohaku, and I do think House Fight lost by Skay, but should be mop-upable by the Scout. They actually play back. They don't go for the trade. Oh, now they do. That's pull out the skill stick. They will get taken down. And,
yeah, that's what I was saying. Aaron
man, this is...
How have Aaron pushed out? They've let these players sliver in behind, and when they notice something's wrong up, they don't consider that maybe another person could go for the spring trap. But Silent with a good bomb there gets 2 kills, but Eki, I don't
find the beam in it.
It might be too late now at this point.
Well, it's never too late. The only time it is too late is when that 4th round goes in favor of No Wind, No Waves. And I mean, finding the beam in that bomb is very crucial. But the secondary bomb coming in from Skay, they find the 2-rocket on Tacito. It's a massive, massive play from the side of No Wind, No Waves. And they will now pressure forward. Bomb coming in from Diamond AK onto Concrete. Fights Winter. Fails to find the kill, gets the arrow, pressures them out, and we think we saw a little bit of hesitation from Aaron here, you know, trying to decide whether they want to commit to a fight or play back. And honestly, if you want to commit to a fight, now would be your time, but you have to make sure everybody is together. You have 2 players down on each side, now 3 down for each side. This could go badly for No Wind, No Waves, especially if they keep their scout this far forward, but 47 makes Winter Crater. Yeah. They're in behind, they find the pick on Tacito. It's a 2K here in this light. Oh my goodness gracious, and now they have so much control over the point, but check this, Silent getting in from behind, good bomb onto Diamond AK, they find the 2-rocket onto Mango, Skay finds Deer, trades it out, trying to find something else, Silent will fall as well, 2 players down on each side, Cedo just now getting their Uber built, but it's 10 seconds left, we will probably see the point flip here. I think we'll see the point flip here. There's only a little bit of cap time. You have to stand on top of the point so you can prevent it from being capped. They will get Winter on top of the point. They need to play on top of it here, though. Play on the point. Oh my goodness, Deer tries to take the fight on the level ground with the soldier. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! The Med is the only one alive to defend the point. I don't think there's any time left in the game for Aaron to make it. And in a sacrificial play from the soldier on the point to take themselves and the enemy out, they secure the win. They secure the win, rather, for No Wind, No Waves. It's a full series sweep. 5-0 and 4-0. 2-0 in the series. And we have a strong, strong contender moving into the grand finals.
I mean, is there really much to... There's not really much to analyze, quite frankly.
Yeah.
It was just a straight DM def.
The soldiers on the side of No Wind, No Waves, I mean, they were making waves. I mean, they were just constant bombs and constant damage coming through from those players. And like I said earlier, the No Wind, No Waves is so willing to just follow up on any damage that their soldiers call that is actionable. Oh my god, I just looked at the logs.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I've seen a 452 DPM game dropped in Newcomer Bagel. I mean, it probably hasn't been that long, but oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness.
40 kill difference between red and blue. Honestly, this match, I could have finished a Korean drama episode faster than You know, a Korean drama episode probably would have taken longer than this match, and that I'm not saying that to roast anybody. I'm saying that's just how dominant this match was from No Win, No Waves.
Yeah,
Like
that is
the soldiers were pretty much the telltale difference of the game. I feel like a broken record on repeat, but yeah, like you look at the Granary, you look at the Bagel logs. There's very few games where you can say that that you could tell how the match went based on what the stats show on paper. But this is one of those matches where the stats pretty much tell how the game went because it's just sheer dominance from everybody all around. We say the soldiers, but like the scouts, the demo, overall team confidence at an all-time high. If you're the 8th seed, you've taken down the 1st seed, you've taken down the 4th seed. What's next? The 2nd/3rd seed, which is supposed to go on tomorrow. I'm curious to see how that'll go. Like I wish we were broadcasting it, but unfortunately, we have like 5 divisions to cover, and we're doing IM in advance tomorrow. But I wanted, if I had the chance to watch a demo from that match, I want to see how different the team play is in that match versus this match, because No Win, No Waves don't look like a newcomer team to me. They look pretty well drilled in terms of team cohesion, because when I look at the match as a whole, I see times where No Win, No Waves, they notice there's something going on in terms of aggression from the other team, and they send immediately more than one person to help back up that player getting pressured. And that's a championship winning formula, Eki. That's not an 8th seed playing. That's an amateur team at the minimum playing for me.
Oh yeah, bare minimum AM. I mean, if this team sticks together, they keep working on that communication and everything, I very easily see them making IM very, very quickly, you know, playing very well and placing high. But I mean, we didn't even breach an hour of broadcast. I mean, those matches, I think that's the fastest Granary match I've ever covered. Usually they go on for like 50 minutes.
Usually it's hard to break into that last hold.
Oh yeah.
The thing is that like
7 CP map.
Aaron played really scared for a playoffs team. I've never seen a team. Well, I wouldn't say it was scared, but I've never seen a team with scouts that are scared to take the beam forward. You know?
Yeah. And they showed improvement on it in Bagel, and I think maybe Granary is just unfamiliar territory, but I don't know. They definitely seemed a little bit more comfortable on Bagel, but you know, sometimes upsets happen, and this is just one of those times where, again, No Win, No Waves is the 8th seed. Aaron was the 4th seed, and the 8th seed is going all the way to the grand finals. So I don't even remember the last time that's happened, if it has happened in RGL.
Actually, not even in higher divs. No, I can't even remember. I mean, the closest you can get is probably ESEA with a top 4 invite playoffs, but that doesn't count, unfortunately. And we're talking as early as ESEA season, I would probably say 12. No, 9. ESEA season 9. So, but that's top 4, not top 8. And we're not talking the highest div. We're talking about the lowest div in RGL. Just kind of crazy.
Well, yeah, that's, I mean, you got to go way back. You got to dig in the archives for that one. But I think that is going to do it for us tonight. Do you have any shout outs before we send everyone off?
Do I? Not really. I mean, shout out to our crew. Use your Prime sub. Subscribe. !subscribe. Make sure to support Fireside. We're trying to host Denver 2027. Next TF2 International LAN. Maybe this time in our frag video, there won't be CS hit sounds. Joking. Joking. Yeah, we're trying to do a lot more events, so please support us.
Support us. Thanks. So I can go cover another LAN, please. Thank you.
But, you just want us to fly you up for free.
Hey, I'll probably have a job by then, if you know, depending on if any of them get back to me. But I don't really have any shout outs aside from shout out to Resin on the production and making all the fancy effects and the camera changes and everything happen on screen. Of course, shout out to you for casting tonight with me. And I do believe we're going to be right back here tomorrow. Me and Wild Rumpus. Let me check the time. Should be
Yummy.
10:30, I believe. Dang, I gotta scroll far up here. Yeah, so tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern, we have the main grand finals, Mild Hate Club versus Milo, who just the other day, and by the other day I mean yesterday, took down VSH in the lower bracket final, and they were
Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
upset.
Quick,
So
quick.
we're gonna go
Come on,
bye
come
bye.
on,
We have to
come
go.
on.
I've been told we have 10 seconds, so we're out of here.
Truth,
Goodbye.
truth,
Thank you.
truth, truth. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.